Jimmy was awesome. I think he's done a great job in this movie. You can be a success at anything. And that's the reason that I take this challenge on. Tell the story and the journey of Leander the first time that he's coming into film. Hi, I'm Leander Paes on the sets of Rajdhani Express. You're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. I think now is the right time to actually showcase the actor in me or my dreams of the way I tell stories. Keshav's story in Rajdhani is a very tough story for me. It was a great journey, a lot of fun, but a very hard journey for several reasons. One is that Keshav, the character, is so different than Leander in the fact that he wields a gun, in the fact that he has a lot of suppressed anger, and the fact that he has so much of angst. और गाली भी बहुत बकते हैं. So it's very different than Leander. And that's been the fun of it, is that I implicitly trusted my director Ashok Kohli, and he has told the story in a very dark, packed. It's a 2-hour, 3-minute movie, and he's packed the whole suspense, and the storytelling and the scripting is so fast-paced. Even the music is so fast-paced that I think that for me the journey was a fun one. You know, my great-grandfather Michael Madhusudhan Dutt from my mother's side, my maternal side, was one of the rebel poets in India, Bengali poets, and I've read a lot of his poetry. I believe that his poetry is very relevant to modern day life, and back then he was considered a rebel because of the way he wrote, but he was many years ahead of himself. Today we consider it an art, today we consider it a way of life, and that's why I believe that even my journey in the modern man, the way I tell my story, the way I take on the character of Keshav, as difficult as it was, comes from my upbringing, comes from the passion that I have of creativity. Also the styles of actors that I've watched, Amit Sir way when I was a kid, or Sean Connery, a lot of the James Bond characters, modern characters like Salman, Aamir, Shah Rukh, Ajay, you look at Leo DiCaprio, you look at you know, your Tom Cruises of the world. The actual vehicle to move society and move people through storytelling is a huge canvas. I am very, very thankful to my producers as well, and to my director, Ashok Kohli. When he first read me the script, I really enjoyed the script because it was very tight, it was very powerful. Keshav as a character is the perfect character for me to come in as a serious actor, not just simply dancing around trees or doing a romantic story or an action movie. That will come in time. I'm a trained dancer. I love romantic stories like Dilwale Dulhania, which is a brilliant movie done by Yash Raj ji. I love action movies like Tom Cruise, Des in Mission Impossible. But in Rajdhani Express, the character of Keshav was very serious. Like Rajdhani Express, like Keshav, it's very important to have a very hard impact story to actually make a difference in their lives. I thought what Aamir did in Tare Zameen Par was amazing. I have tremendous respect for Aamir for what he does as an actor and as a person, and I would love to right now get into the art of filmmaking as an actor to learn what it incorporates. So for me, I've never been scared of something. All my fans that have followed me over my tennis career know that the bigger the challenge, the more Leander will be there. And if the journey of my life can actually motivate one child out there in the world, that with a lot of hard work and belief in yourself, you can be a success at anything. And that's the reason that I take this challenge on. I'm very lucky with Mohanji, who was my cameraman, who gave me a lot of direction and a lot of guidance in what the camera loves to see. But that will only time will tell, right? And that only the box office will give me their feedback. And on my Twitter site, you know, at Paes Official on Twitter, or on my Facebook site, I would love to interact with my fans on what they think of Leander the entertainer, whether he's an athlete or whether he's an actor. What would they like to see? What genre of movies they would like to see? How they would like to see me develop as an actor. Those are feedbacks that I'm all about people. I like to celebrate people. Right now I'm celebrating you, and I'm using the camera to show our celebration to the audiences, to our fans, and tell the story and the journey of Leander the first time that he's coming into film. 5 years from now I'll be many films old, and that'll be a different journey, but right now we are capturing the first movie I've done. So I've never seen the full movie from start to finish. I've seen different snippets of it, I've seen bits and pieces to learn to study my emoting, my dialogue, the way I'm acting as Keshav. How Ashok Kohli has taken the story and told it. This is not my home production. I'm just playing the lead actor. So hence I'm coming in, I'm selflessly giving to Ashok Kohli everything he's demanded. When I do my home production, when I do my own movies, when I make the story of Leander himself, which is the story of a man who's got a heart of a lion, that will be a beautiful story to tell. I think there is a big story to tell to the Indian audiences and to the world audiences about the journey of Leander, the journey of Lionheart. Yes, there is work on that, but when that story gets eventually told, it will be literally a man who's got so many multi-talents that really his talent not necessarily lay in his talent as a tennis player, the way he can serve or hit backhands, doesn't lay in his talent as an actor and the way he can do comedy or things like that, no. But it's of a one man who comes from a very hard middle class background to two parents who are beautiful. Jimmy was awesome. I think he's done a great job in this movie. I didn't get a chance to interact with him much because our scenes, our days of shooting were different, but I saw some of his scenes and I really compliment him on what he's done. Priyanshu, Shudhanshu, Pooja, Sayali, Gulshan Grover, Mukesh Rishiji, I had great fun working with them. There were some tough scenes with Sayali because first day on sets there was a romantic scene. I was trying to protect her and make sure that she was comfortable, and in turn she turned it around and said, yeah, this is your first day in acting. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with that? Am I too close? I said, listen, just be. And she was awesome. Mukesh Rishiji, we did a couple of the stunt scenes and a couple of the climaxes were with him. Bahut dil wale. He's such a great guy. I've actually interacted with him off sets, and tremendous respect for him as an action hero and as a human being. Rajdhani Express is a story of David and Goliath. It's about Keshav, an Aam Aadmi, a common man, fighting the social structure of India. It's a very desi story, it's a very common man story, and I do not want to use the platforms that we so readily have in Delhi today, we have in India today, because that's just not the way I do my marketing and my publicity. But really it's about Keshav's story is actually a social satire and a depiction of modern life in India today. And that's why I chose Keshav as my first character in my release as an actor in this fraternity in film. It's a very hard-hitting story, and I guarantee you my first shot is nothing like any of you all can imagine.